Hello guys, welcome back to Mr. Cloudbook channel. Today is the day 33 of the Kubernetes masterclass, and in this video I am going to explain how to install the Kubernetes metric server on the cluster, and as well as we have to understand why we need to use this particular commands. Okay, so whenever you want to see the particular status, okay, what is the CPU usage of that particular pod using, so we have to know which command we have to use and everything. So this is the important concept because you will get one question from this particular concept in your CKA exam as well. So what I will do, I will open Killer Coda. For the simple classes, I'm using the Killer Coda. So directly let's go to the demo. Let's see the running nodes. kubectl get nodes is the command to get the running nodes. One control plane and one master. One control plane and one worker node is ready. And if you provide kubectl top nodes is the command to see the metrics for your particular nodes. Okay, so actually here we are getting this particular error, metrics API is not available, but in your CKA exam by default they will install the metric server, but while we are learning we have to install it our own self. Okay, so to install the metric server, open a new tab and here search for the Kubernetes metrics install. Okay, you can search for anywhere like metrics install on Kubernetes, like that. You can see that install metrics on the Kubernetes. And this is the GitHub page directly. You can go here or you can read it from here. Resource metrics pipeline, like that. So I'm going to this particular GitHub repository and you can read it from itself. Scalable and efficient source of container resource metrics for Kubernetes built-in auto scaling pipelines. You can see it from here itself why we need to use this one. Okay, so metric server collects the resources metrics from kubelets and exposes them in Kubernetes API server through metrics API for use horizontal pod auto scaling and vertical pod auto scaling. So we are going to learn about the HPA in the upcoming sessions. That's why I'm explaining the metric server as well, and we can use this in your, and you will get the questions in your CKA exam as well. So if you go down, there is a command for the installation. You can see that under installations, this is the command kubectl apply. I'll copy it and you can come here and paste it. Okay, kubectl apply, and this is the command. Before that, I'm just undoing it, and I want to see running pods. Okay, kubectl get pods hyphen a. So I want to see every pod. Okay, you can see that there are no metrics pod available on our kube system namespace here. Okay, let me clear the screen and I will install it. kubectl apply. So Kubernetes 6 metric server, we are installing the metric server using this particular components.yaml. Okay, and enter. So you can see that that is done. Okay, if you see kubectl get pods hyphen a, so now there is a metric server is creating, right? Running 20 seconds ago, it's still not running, but in the under provisioning state. Okay, so let's see the describe. Okay, kubectl describe pod hyphen n kube system. So we have to provide the namespace also because this is running under the kube system namespace. So select that pod and paste it and enter. And you can see that readiness probe is failed. So HTTP probe failed with status code 500. So this is the issue you will get. Okay, at that time you can see it from here itself. So HTTP get HTTP live z, like that. We are facing this issue because there is an args here, right? See, certificate directory, secure port, kubelet preferred address, internal IP, external IP, and everything. So this is managed automatically. Okay, so but we need to come here and understand. Okay, so if we are going for the open source, try to read it more properly, what is the issue and everything. Okay, and you can see the compatibility matrix here and high availability, we will talk it later. And if you go down little bit, and you have to see that depending on your cluster setup, you may also need to change the flags, pass it to the metric server container, most useful flags. Okay, so we have to use this one because depending on our cluster setup, we need to add this. Okay, so to not verify CA of serving certificates presented by the kubelets, for testing purpose we have to use this one. Okay, so what I will do is I will add this particular line into my arguments of that particular file here. Okay, see there is no args here. Okay, if you go out, see here there is a kubelet use node status port, but there is no this one. Kubelet insecure TLS is not there. Okay, I will add it. So in order to add it, what I will do is I will see running deployments. Okay, kubectl get deploy. So by default we don't get, so we have to provide -a. So this is the metric server, right? So what I will do is I will use kubectl get deploy -n kube system. Okay. And what is the metric server name? This is the one. I mean my deployment name, metric server, and -o YAML. So I'm taking it into a output in the YAML format and redirecting into metrics. Okay, metrics.yaml. Enter. So if you see, this is the metrics.yaml I just created. Let's edit it. Vi metrics.yaml and enter. So and just ignore this file for now. So we don't need to remember this one. Okay. And we will talk about the rolling updates and everything in the next coming sessions. Okay. Here in the args, here you can see that in the commands arguments. So we have to go to the insert mode and come here, and we need to paste this one. Okay, come here and just copy this line. Okay, kubelet insecure TLS, because we are doing it for testing purpose. You can see it here, for testing purposes only use this particular one. Okay, do not verify the CA of serving certificates presented by the kubelets. So this will not verify that particular certificates, but we can use the metric server for learning purpose. Okay, I'll paste it here. You can see that kubelet insecure. Secure means it will check, insecure means it won't check. Okay, so escape to colon wq, and I came out of it. What I will do is I will apply again kubectl apply -f metrics.yaml, and you can see that it's configured. Okay, I means it's updated. If you see the pods again, kubectl get pods, so there may be two here. Okay, one is this one and another is this one. Okay, so you can see that 8 seconds and 4 minutes 30 seconds. Okay, so if one pod is up and running, the other one will be automatically removed. Okay, let me see in the watch mode. Okay, let's see in the watch mode, and you will easily notified here. You can see that, see, terminating, and my new one, this is the new one, right? 26 seconds ago, 582. See, it's terminating the old one. This is the old one. You can see it from itself. So once it's running, okay, see this one 582 is running here. What it's doing, it's removing the old metric server. Okay, and you can see this here. Okay, terminating, it's completed. Okay, so let me cancel it, Control C, and clear the screen, and let's see the pod. Okay, get pods -a. So this is running, right? So let's describe again. kubectl describe pod -n cube -system. Okay, give that pod name, and you can see that now there is no issue. Like last time we have liveness issue, right? But there is no. Here we added this line. Okay, insecure TLS kubelet. Okay, for testing purpose, clear the screen. And if you provide the command now kubectl top nodes, and you can see that we are able to see the how many CPU cores using by the control plane, that is 132M, and 13% of CPU it's using, and this is the memory bytes that are using by the control plane, and total memory is 68% and node status. So we can see the all the metrics for your pods also. So if you provide kubectl top pods -a, and you can see here, so how many CPU cores using by the Calico network and core DNS, and here see control plane pod is using the most CPU cores here. Okay, highest memory as well. So sometimes maybe they ask the question which particular pod is using the highest CPU in your CKA exam, where you have to use this command. Okay, kubectl top pods -a, and you have to find this one. Okay, this is the particular pod is using the highest CPUs. Okay, you can use this one also -n cube system, and it will give the pods which are running under this particular cube name system. Okay, and what I will do is I will use this one, okay, directly, and you can see it from here. It's simple way you can see. Okay, so if you are able to get the highest value, okay, so if they want to print that particular, see whatever the 1 minute, let me clear the screen. So here, this is the highest CPU cores using, right, pod, and they want to write the name, okay, output. Let's see the name. Sorry, name is not working. So you have to get the name, okay, kubectl top nodes. So you can use hyphen no headers, means, okay, you can see that. So if you provide this one, it's giving the direct name also, right? So if you provide hyphen no headers, okay, and it's removing the name, okay. Last time we have the name right here, so it will remove that name, and I want only the name, okay. So what is that one? AWK. So you have to learn these all commands, AWK and everything. What is the commands we are using in your daily use cases? AWK print $1. Let's see how it will work. And you can see that you are getting the particular pod name, okay. So this is the simple way, because I am using the one pod name directly. But what if we want to get the highest, lowest CPS or highest CPS, okay. If you see kubectl top pods -n cube system, okay. So here it's using the highest CPU usage, right? So what I will do is I will first of all remove these headers, okay. So I don't want this name and CPU like that. So what I will do, I will add no headers, okay. And you can see that we don't have the headers right now, right? And let's print the other values. So here we have to print the values, right? Sorry, outside single quotes, curly brackets, print dollar and one. So first one we need to print, okay, the name, only the names. And you can see that, oh, sorry, AWS I used, sorry for that one, okay, enter. And you can see that only the names I got, but I want to get the highest CPU usage pod, okay, which is directly. So you can use this, but these are all advanced concept for now, okay. So what I will do is I'll add sort command also, so it will sort out the highest CPU usage. Sort, okay, space -k to -n and enter, and we are getting the same one right here again, so we don't need this then. So let's add one more head, okay, -n1 and space and enter. Okay, you can see that we are able to get the cube control plane API server. Okay, let me clear the screen and let's see the both the commands. So it's still pending. Okay, it's still printing the all the commands here, even if we adding the sort command also. So in order to print the only one which is having ICP usage, you can see that that is cube API control plane. You have to print, okay, for your CKA exam. They will ask to write it into the one directory. Okay, you can give this one like 1.txt. I'm doing this one. Okay, ls. Okay, let me cat it. Okay, so they will directly give the particular file path also in your CKA exam. You have to add this one. Okay, so let me explain the command. Okay, kubectl top pods, okay, no adders cube system. It will get the CPU usage of a pod within the namespace of the cube system without no headers. I mean, like no name, CPU, memory, like that. And sort -k to -nr sorts out the output numerically in descending order based on the send column. Okay, second part of the command, sort -k to -nr sorts the output numerically in descending order based on the second column CPU usage, and head -n1 retrieves the first line, which is the pod with the highest CPU usage, and AWK will print out the exact name of that particular pod. Okay, This is how you have to extract the details. But if you don't want to try this much, okay, Ajay, I don't want to print all those things. Okay, so what I have to do in my CKA exam, so you can directly use this one, okay, top pods hyphen a. So just copy this name, so which is having the highest CPU usage, copy the name and VA. So they will add like this somewhere. So like iCPU hyphen pod.txt like that and directly paste it. So this is the other way in your CK exam as well. But try to learn these commands as much as possible like this. See, kubectl top nodes hyphen n like that. Okay, let's run the single command. Okay, clear the screen. So kubectl run nginx hyphen image equals to nginx. Okay, so it's created, right? If you provide kubectl top pods, it won't work. Okay, see, because pod still under creating state and it will need some time, okay, in order to get the data, metrics data. So first of all it will create, then wait for some time, then try to provide the top pods now. Okay, still it's not yet giving, and if you try again, okay, no, and you can see that now after some time, okay, if you see the pods, like after 30 seconds, we are able to get the Nginx CPU cores and how much memory it's using the pod that we created right now. Okay, so this is how you have to install the metric CPU or metric server on your Kubernetes cluster and how to get the particular data. I mean, like this is the one of the question in your CK exam. That's why I explained. Okay, the first thing, the commands you need to remember is this one, top nodes. Okay, if they ask your exam question for the nodes which is having the highest CPU usage, add that particular name into this file. So then you have to give this command kubectl top nodes. If they asked in the pods, okay, so you have to use this one. Okay, so read the question. If they asked for all namespaces, you have to use this one hyphen a, and in that particular pods which is using the highest CPU, you have to copy that particular pod name and paste it on that particular file. Okay, this is the important question you will definitely get in your CKA exam. Okay, I hope you understand about the metric server and how to install and how to set up everything. And by default, the CK exam will provide installed metric server. You don't need to install again. All you have to do is just pull the information and update into that particular file. Okay. Thanks for watching the video and keep on supporting to Mr. Cloudbook channel.